Hi. Give this a second to kind of load and for me to pull it up. I'm going to be doing fairy oracle cards, and I want to do just a little bit of an energy report just on today and kind of the energies that we're settling into. Give me a second to find this feed and to share it out. If you're going to want a card, just literally just drop a comment. I'm going to be doing fairy tarot cards today. I thought it kind of fit the theme. So give me a second to share this out. If you're just finding me, take a second to share this out too. I always need you guys to. So share this feed out. Go ahead and drop a comment. I'm about to get started. It always helps when you guys are sharing this content out. You never know who could kind of get into this kind of stuff through the stuff that we're putting out there and sharing. I want to talk a little bit about the energies today. I'm about to get started. So take a second, share this out. I just said I'm going to do fairy oracle cards today. I thought it really kind of fit the theme with the energies. I'm going to just kind of do an energy report right now for the energy that we're kind of settling into. We've been going through a lot of really big shifts lately. We've been going through a lot energetically, and this is kind of the new energy and the new normal that we're settling into and learning how to navigate. And these energies we're finding are a little bit different than the average third dimensional energies. We're noticing there's a ton of energy flying around, and it is affecting people in different ways. It's really important that we are, number one, paying attention to our body right now and honoring our own experience and our own journey. We're going to continue to see a lot purging out collectively, where these energies are a lot for people to handle. So I'm noticing a lot of people are projecting a lot of heavy things, old baggage, releasing kind of all in one space, and we can kind of see a lot of that affecting the collective. Make sure that you guys are putting your own energy first right now, that you're shielding, because there is a lot of negativity that's going to continue to kind of fly around as people are kind of going through these experiences. Make sure that you're not taking on other people's garbage anymore. It's really important as healers that we're discerning whether it's kind of our own stuff we should be dealing with or other people's. It's very last decade to be trying to do other people's lessons for them. What we can do is we can really work on ourselves and set an example so that people are kind of inspired to maybe go work on their own lessons. It's kind of a theme. We have Venus and Neptune are pretty much playing a huge, having a huge impact on this week's energy as well, right? So it's going to feel kind of dreamy. There is a downside, like I mentioned to that, where a lot of people are feeling disoriented, releasing a lot of kind of heavy things, not really knowing what's coming next or unsure. Make sure that you're not letting the collective affect you too much this week. We're going to continue to see a lot of stuff unfolding, and it's really important that we're kind of navigating our own space right now energetically. So this is a really good week for dreaming, astral travel. A lot of you guys are going to be tuning into the supernatural this week, or maybe having a lot of synchronicity, magic, maybe just really good alignments. Maybe it will really help your relationships as well. I always say Aquarius is not the best energy for relationships. So this might help people that have been kind of having, ups and downs with their relationship. This is always pushing us back to oneness when we are in a relationship with those dynamics. So we have a lot of powerful astrology, not just for love, but for dreaming, for manifesting. A lot of you guys are having a lot of really crazy sleep experiences. I always say a lot of this energy is affecting us at night and during different times. So we're getting hit with a ton of energy when we're sleeping. So a lot of people are having a lot of kind of like astral, out-of-body kind of experiences, more dream recall, maybe just hanging out with loved ones in the dream world, maybe traveling to other dimensions. You might be having kind of, premonitions, prophecies, knowing things are going to happen before they do, maybe just receiving a lot of divine information. A lot of you guys are feeling like you want to get off this planet, like you want to go home, like you want to return back to somewhere. And so we have a lot of this energy kind of encouraging us to kind of move in that space of oneness and into further alignment, not just with ourselves, but with our relationships this week. So, lots of dreamy energy. Stay grounded. This is because we're meant to be dreaming up the new right now, and we're kind of like in between this weird space right now. So we are meant to be kind of focused on the new, what's coming, where we're headed, things like that. So it's a really powerful energy for manifesting too. My link is above. I figured I'd just get started with the videos this week. So I am back for the week. If you need me, you can always just set up anything on my site. I come find you. So basically we're going to kind of get in a space where people are going to be encouraged to do some deeper healing. And so sometimes that looks kind of like, you know, affecting the collective as well, while we're seeing so much healing happen on such a kind of collective level as well. So we're going to continue to see a lot of kind of opportunity for healing within the next several months, and space for this kind of awakening as it's unfolding. Gina Davila, the sun. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings in life. Nothing really matters besides this shifting consciousness, us awakening, us making this spiritual ascension. So suddenly when you do wake up, a lot kind of makes sense. Things are going to go better than we think with all of this as well. A lot of people have a lot of kind of fear surfacing, kind of disorientation, not understanding where this is headed. That's okay. But just know that things are going to turn out better than you think. Colleen Harrison. Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Traveling or relocating. A lot of you guys are feeling a pull to travel. When I'm trying to focus on what I want to manifest, that usually looks like a travel list lately, right? What I'm trying to manifest here. So I do have some destinations in mind that I will for sure be going to do videos at. I'm really thinking about what I want to do. I'm kind of like waiting for crop circle to come around again, and I'm kind of like putting it out there what I want to do this year. A lot of you guys are feeling a pull to travel. Maybe you're just like feeling like visiting places. Maybe you're like into watching videos on these places. Part of manifesting. You know, if I would have been told that I would probably be traveling to a lot of different countries prior to my awakening, I probably would not have believed you. So, you know, we're infinite in where we're headed in all of this. You're probably going to travel. Julie Weeb. Two of Summer. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. And, you know, when we're talking about relationships, it's hard to kind of do an accurate reading with so many people on here. But if you're not in a romantic relationship, this could be for other types of relationships as well. Just know that as we're healing ourselves, it's meant to heal all of our relationships. So a lot of our dissatisfaction or issues outside of ourselves are coming from within. So as we're healing more and more, it's meant to heal the relationships around us as well as the people around us as well. This is very spiritual work that we're being called to do in healing ourselves and healing these things. The work that we're doing healing is not just affecting ourselves, it's affecting the entire planet as well. So this is powerful work that you're being called to do and healing yourself furtherly. Jeffrey Cahoe, good morning. Studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. That's how I like to think of fairies as well, because they tend to have a sense of humor when you're working with these energies as well. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. I see a lot of the light workers that are kind of carrying on this work day after day, and it can be very tiring to continue kind of moving forward with all of this. We're at a kind of a weird place. Like I said, stay positive, stay focused, because this is going to pay off big time. We're kind of working for karma as well with the work that we're doing. It is helping the collective. It's helping get people into this kind of stuff, the spiritual. You are opening doorways for people with what you're doing. Stay positive about where it's headed. I believe we're going to see a lot of collective changes playing out, and that we kind of have reached this pivotal point for ascension where it's going to become very noticeable. And for all the people that have been putting in work on this path, it's going to really pay off soon as well. All right, Jade Taylor. Five of Autumn, reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. I think the whole planet's there, right? The whole planet's feeling kind of the same constraints. It doesn't matter where you're at with this. We still see kind of this collective template kind of playing out at the moment. Time to stay positive. Time to stay in gratitude for the things you're enjoying. It will draw more abundance to you. So this does take some type of reprogramming and work for us to heal our issues when it comes to money and how we're kind of seeing things. Stay positive about this for sure though. Keep working on your sacral. Shayna Bailey. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. And we're going to see a lot of shifts occurring. We're going to see new jobs being created in different types of industries as well, and we're going to see a lot of really amazing shifts as well. So, you know, we're kind of going through a lot of transformation right now. Be patient with it as well. Really think about your job. I don't know what you're doing with your job, where you're at, if you even have a job, right? If you even have a job. But really think about, you know, where it's headed. Do you like this? Is it best in alignment with you? Could you be doing something different possibly? And, you know, this isn't a great time for big changes right now. I kind of describe we're like in the cocoon. Until spring, we're kind of in the cocoon, especially on this side of the planet. It depends on where you are. And it isn't really the greatest time to be kind of making huge changes unless you're being kind of led to or guided to in that direction. You kind of want to be certain with the choices that you're making right now, because we're kind of getting moved around and making a lot of shifts, especially as we're going through that February 2nd gateway as well. We're going to be kind of making a lot of big moves, and we're getting moved to our higher timeline. So make sure you're not making any huge decisions with it, but time to think about it, right? All of creation starts with our thoughts and the things that we're thinking about. Time to really think about things with work. A lot of you guys are meant to focus on work because we're meant to find some degree of, some level of independence in life as well. And so, you know, through us kind of finding jobs that we like or we're in alignment with, it can really help us with who we're becoming as well. Heather. Romantic captivation, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. And, you know, this is kind of for everyone, this card. I always tell people that maybe they should manifest love if they're not in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship, maybe you could be bringing more love into this relationship through further healing ourselves and kind of opening up more and connecting on deeper levels as well. A lot of the past dissatisfaction we have found in relationships comes from ourselves and, you know, not connecting deep enough. Let's see. Jamie Taylor, the dreamer. This is like this week's card. I love how it has the tour on it. I just noticed too. Glastonbury tour, right? My favorite place. I just noticed that. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. And we're all dreaming this week. We're suddenly realizing we're kind of in a different dimension as well. And that we're kind of going through this transformation as well. For sure. This is a week to daydream. I wasn't going to go on video either. Because I was just kind of feeling out the vibes. Like, I'm feeling the vibes out. Kind of planning my day. And if I wanted to go live. But I decided to anyway, because I always love any type of Neptune influence. It's powerful for daydreaming, manifesting, seeing through reality, seeing things deeper, connecting with the other realm. Let's see, Linda Bonham, finally you caught me. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected influx of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. And, you know, a lot of people are feeling a pull to shift to help in some way, to be of service, especially as we continue to watch this awakening unfold. And it will become apparent that there is going to be more and more of a need for assistance as people are kind of trying to make this transition, because a lot of people don't understand what is happening during this time. We kind of have a lot happening with science too, as it's struggling to kind of catch up with what's happening to this planet and what's going on with it. And so a lot of you guys are feeling that call, or are already stepping into those shoes to be of service in some type of way. Anything we do for another, we're assisting ourselves in a deeper way as well too. It really does help us. Laura Lee Adams. Gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. And we always need another to learn with, I say. we generally always need another to learn with in some type of way, right? To see our reflection, to know ourselves. And it's kind of like a funhouse mirror kind of a place that we're stumbling around and like looking at these weird distortions of ourselves, but not quite. And we're kind of just like wandering around in this little maze funhouse of mirrors, knowing ourselves. Sometimes we outgrow our relationships though, and that goes for friendships, it goes for family members, people around us. Make sure that, you know, you're around people that are uplifting to you. I swear it will help you so much. That's why I try to do these videos. Maybe I can bring some good energy and we can create some high vibes, and it seems to work. So make sure you're around people that are high vibe for you too. Find your soul tribe, people that resonate with the same things. Sometimes if I'm talking about like things I'm not that into, it can be kind of we'll say mundane and draining to my energy. I don't want to sit there and talk about things I'm not into. We can talk about like politics, right? I don't really want to sit and have a talk about politics or, you know, low vibrational things that probably I would be bored and out of place. So when we are talking about things that we're into, like enthusiastic about, generally we get kind of excited about it. Like if we talk about something good or fun or uplifting, maybe we can create some good vibes. So make sure that you're around people that are into the same thing. We kind of shed a lot of layers. And when you first wake up, you have to spend a lot of time alone, and you tend to lose a lot of friends and things like that. But you tend to come into alignment, not just with yourself, but with your soul tribe. People that resonate with the same things you're into. Kelly Moore. 8 of Winter. This is me, right? Hibernating for the winter. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. There have been many people that you have met that would love to convince you that you are powerless, that you don't have it. That's how your power is taken in so many deep ways, right? That we can't ever do anything. We're powerless. We probably can't make a change. We are so powerful. Just the frequency that we're putting out is so powerful. So for the first time in a while, I see the divine feminine rising. This isn't meant to demasculate the masculine. We're meant to come into balance, and we're meant to work together, because I believe we all kind of have different abilities and gifts, and it can be very powerful to bring together an awakened masculine and an awakened feminine in whatever capacity. It's also very powerful just to come together in groups, right, of spiritually awakened people. So for the first time in a very long time, we need to restore balance with the feminine. And only in that way are we going to kind of liberate and kind of this planet. So we're kind of getting back to that as well. And so you're definitely kind of rising in your power. Katie Schaub. Charming, self-confident, passionate, and restless. Immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage. A passionate relationship. And it's time to find some passion, right? And, you know, that entire concept of flames is about being lit up, right? That it's like being an energetic lighting up, right? And so definitely find things that you're enthusiastic about, passionate about. That's how we're going to light up this planet, literally, by having more fun, by staying in alignment, right? By laughing, having fun. I know a lot of that isn't allowed here, or whatever, right? You're not allowed to have fun on planet Earth, but no, having fun, shifting our vibration, finding our bliss is what's going to really light up this planet. Corinne Cook. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. A lot of people are feeling a need to step inside of a creative kind of template and to let go of that 9-to-5 structure, something I did as well. And a lot of people are going through this awakening and finding that they have gifts and abilities and things that they want to, you know, assist the planet with, and kind of unplugging from that template. Really focus on your job right now. We're being asked, are we living within our purpose this week too? So it kind of goes with the energy. Are we really, you know, living our purpose? Are we really bringing what we brought here? So really look at your job on deeper levels, what you're doing. Are you happy in doing that? Time to really look at the work aspect right now as we're kind of in Aquarius, because this is a time where we get good ideas. Like air sign, right? We're getting good ideas. We're in our third eye a lot. We have a lot happening also with the sacral this week, but I'll get into that tomorrow. But we're in our third eye a lot as well, and we're getting a lot of information, downloads, insights, maybe different perspective. Phil Francis. Loving, comfortable, emotional, intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Take care of others, but perhaps you're doing that too much. In what ways are you not taking care of yourself and always putting others first? that a lot of parents do that. A lot of moms especially will kind of get stuck in a rut kind of doing that, putting everyone else first, and then, you know, not taking good care of themselves, and then maybe they get sick, or they're not feeling so hot, or even just depressed, or just not with it, right? After it. So we need to really make sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well. Keep working on your heart chakra. In what ways are we not loving ourselves fully? You know, lessons we're kind of getting back to with this ascension. Marie Pucci, good morning. Balance. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. Now, the thing is that you know your situation the best. We need to learn how to really listen to our intuition and to discern between what is that voice of fear that our ego might be kind of bringing to the situation. What does that sound like versus what is following our heart sound like? Manifesting our fears versus dreams, we're kind of learning with this. Make sure you're listening to your own intuition. A lot of the times we're always listening to people outside of ourselves, and you know, and then we're kind of not listening to our intuition and things don't go as good. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition. Our angels are always communicating with us what we should do next. We might not have all the answers. I don't either. I don't know exactly what's going to unfold or what is coming, but I know what I'm meant to be doing next and what's going to come after that probably, right? I kind of have like a little series of events I might be working on in my own life or situations, and we always can kind of just take things as we're going, as they're coming. For sure, listen to your own intuition with everything. Amy Tawami. I love it. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happy and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. I'm not sure if this card is now or maybe a later date. If that doesn't sound like you, that might be where you're headed on your path though. And I think that this spiritual path is meant to open up kind of new levels of abundance for us too as well. That once we kind of learn how reality really works, we can really attract so much more to us through us kind of working on shifting our mindset and things like that. Andrea Huxley, loving these cards because once again we have the tour behind this guy. See you in March from there. All right, the Magician, you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. You are pure magic. Literally every word that we speak, especially, because sometimes thoughts are not our own, but our words are. Every word we speak, especially pure magic. Your energy is something special. Let's see. I don't know where the top fan badge went. I will look into it. I haven't made any changes. I didn't see. I will take a look into it. For sure, just getting back on Facebook, I'll look into where the badges went. Facebook seems to be having some technical issues, but I won't go there. Christina Marie. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulder, the end of addiction or codependency. In a lot of ways, we become really codependent in our relationships, expecting them to fill a void or something we might even lack or something we might not be capable of. Time to really step into your power fully, for sure. Make sure that your relationships are not attachments and that they're for your highest good. Sometimes codependent relationships tend to be toxic or not great for us. We think they're supposed to be fulfilling things that usually right, just don't lead anywhere good. I think it's really important with all of our relationships, like we can usually tell if something's bad for us or toxic, and not to overanalyze these things, but I mean like on a regular level. Sometimes relationships that are very hard for people are actually bringing about positive changes in them and their personality or their situation. Make sure you're letting go of any relationships that are probably toxic for you. Neferti a 10. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. That's like the collective card right now. A lot of people are feeling a need to rest more, spend more time alone because our body's going through such a process and transformation. A lot of people are feeling a pull to, at times, really rest with these energies or these shifts. We're really assimilating so many energies and light codes right now that it's rough on the body. So for sure, pay attention to your body. I know a lot of people that had to take like big chunks of work off or had to like even leave their job, maybe spend time resting so that they would have time to rest and meditate and kind of go through these changes. Tina Verwer's The Chariot. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight, which can be hard for an introvert, right? For like introverts. Hi, you're now in the spotlight. That goes for all light workers, right? A lot of you guys are in the spotlight now, or you are the spotlight because you're burning so bright, right? And so that can be really hard for introvert kind of empath energy types. All right, Annette Ahem, ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. And I can't wait for what's coming because I think that the material is going to literally fade away and we might be left with just us at some point. You know, sounds like when you die, right? So we're kind of going through this transformation and we're kind of about to go into a new dimension. We talk about going from the third to the fourth to the fifth dimension. So a lot of people have been working their entire lives simply for the material around them. Sound familiar, right? Our template will have us working to pay for houses and cars and material goods and everything outside of ourselves, generally at the expense of people's own happiness and health too. We see that a lot of this paradigm is making people maybe not feel great. It could be making people sick, depleted, tired, rapid aging, right? Kind of all things that kind of come with that paradigm as well. And a lot of people are putting their worth based on the material as well, right? They feel good if they have these accomplishments and this, and then a lot of people are feeling like they're lacking something because they couldn't go ahead with that template. This is about getting back to the spiritual. Earth is a school, and a lot of people think that when you go, a lot's going to change when you leave Earth school. No, we're going to stay at that same level of consciousness. That's why it's very important that we're using our time on this planet to be working on ourselves, to be expanding our consciousness, to be healing, to be further releasing and healing these things, or a lot won't really change later on. So at some point the material will fade away and a lot of people are going to be probably left like what happened and lacking things in self. So it's really important that we're putting the focus inward right now so that we are prepared for this transition we're going through. All right, Nicole Kareen, The Star. Look at the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. All right, we have a lot of emotions coming online right now. Like, it might feel so good when you're in a state of bliss, but if you're getting upset, it might feel extra intense. And that's all normal as we're going through this change with, I guess, the physical body, that we're feeling things more and more intense. But for people that might not feel so great if they're not feeling so great. For people, you know, that are in bliss, usually we can't always maintain those states, right? So we're kind of feeling real good when we're feeling good and not so good when we're feeling bad. We have a lot coming to the surface too. That's all normal. It is part of this process as well. If you guys are releasing things, like I keep saying, try not to get stuck there. Try to do something, right? Even if you're like getting outside, go do something. Try to shift your vibration. Time to let the heavy stuff go. Maybe ask for help, some of you guys too, right? With the heavy healing. Brian Zen, The Hermit. All right, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. Commitment to your spiritual growth. That's what I did last year. That's what I did last year. I just took a step back for a minute, right? I was trying to do that last year, like I'm just inaccessible. All right, so spend more time alone. Spend more time meditating. Don't get stuck there, though. You're meant to be, you know, one of the way showers. It's going to be helping people and show people how to do this. That means we're going through this first, and with little assistance, right? Uncharted territory. Most of our assistance is in the spiritual, and we're kind of making this transformation and this transition first. You are a way shower in this though, so don't get stuck in that kind of hermit place either. All right, Gretchen Hyatt, The Empress. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. This is you too, just in case you didn't know. Your higher self. This is one of your higher selves, one of your spirit guides. All right, so literally we need to step into our power. We need to really get going with these missions too. Yes, we're meant to all be doing missions and serving humanity and helping, and I know that might not be apparent for everyone, but we will get to that place where people are suddenly in alignment with that. Stay positive, stay focused with this. All right, Kareen Cook. All right, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. Oh, we all get there. We kind of sink into this experience and it becomes really real to us. These worlds we've made completely with our mind that we're in all of the time. Make sure that you're staying grateful and that you're really focused on things that are going good. We don't see the big picture when we're here. We're not seeing everything and, you know, our impact on everyone and the collective, and we're seeing very small pieces of this with our own experience. Keep working on your crown chakra as well. Laura Brackenridge. Dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous. Caution but wise action. Meticulous action to detail. Kindness to others. And like I said, our actions come back to us. This could be a good thing. You could really learn some mastery and balance when it comes to living your life. And if you're constantly, you know, working towards good karma or dharma, that will be coming back to you in your experience as well. This is about us learning how to live as one with karma as well, right? Energetic balance. We have to realize that any energy we're putting out or emotions or intentions are always just coming back to us, not anyone else. So through mastery of our own energy and the vibrations we're putting out, we can really learn how to master reality and the things that are kind of coming back to us as well. More work on your energy. Jessica Westman. Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. A lot of people are feeling like we have a lot of work to do as well, and we do have a lot ahead of us, but also see the perfection in yourself now and where you are. I think a lot of people are always looking towards, you know, future better states of being that may or may not come. And we need to really learn how to be in the now, how to be mindful and how to accept and kind of honor where we are now as well in this journey. Keep working on your solar plexus. Emma Bagwell. Fairy messages today. Emma, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Keep working on your throat chakra, and people are like, well, why? Why continue to? We're going to continue to work on these energy centers, and sometimes we get drawn to work with, you know, a couple chakra centers more than others during our lifetime. For sure, you're meant to be finding your voice. You have amazing ideas. Your words are helping to create new worlds here. Swear, that easy, right? If we can talk about good things and things we want to see, it will really help this process and it will really help the entire collective as well. Share your ideas. Susan Vasquez. Generous, stylish, gracious, practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Number one, I like to think of myself as an alchemist to generally make things better, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I try to make things better around me. If you know me, that kind of sounds like me, right? Number one. Number two, be open to the people that you're meeting. A lot of the times our situations are sent to us in the form of people we're meeting on our journey, right? We're kind of on this hero's quest and sometimes we meet people. Some of these people could be kind of angels in disguise, right? Your spirit guides have for sure manifested into the physical, guaranteed, and even had interactions with you, as well as possible angelic encounters. People are bringing you your manifestations. Stay open to the connections around you. You know, sometimes we're meeting, you know, the perfect people at the perfect time for things that we may have been manifesting or needed. Sophia Hernandez. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. For sure, stay positive with the things that you're attracting to you and you'll see more positivity in your life. All right, let's see. Andrea Evanchak. All right, have patience and don't worry. Time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment in time or money. Make sure that you are resting more because we can really invest in our own energy more, making everything kind of fall into alignment better. You ever notice when you're really tired or you're having a bad day where things might go kind of out of balance, out of place? But when we're in alignment, everything is the reverse. Everything's lining up perfectly. Oh my God, it was like perfect divine timing and this happened and then something positive happened after it. And we can really set things into motion simply through staying more positive. This is meant to be a really high vibe week, and I know people are at different places. I see a lot of people projecting a lot of heavy stuff and pain, and you know, we've had a lot of time to be healing at this point, and it's your responsibility to heal at this point. Everyone's, right? So it's your job to heal. I know a lot of people are dealing with it, but for the people that have been putting in the work healing, things are really going to start to pay off as well in these new energies. So everyone's kind of at different places with it, but we're meant to be kind of coming together to heal in these spaces now, and that's powerful in its own, that we have come so far past any traumas or negativity or right, or whatever we've been through, that we can come together in these spaces to now heal, to make good energy, right? To come together in very spiritual ways. That's powerful just in its own. Diana Ramayra, I can't even say it. Diana. All right, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now it's time to focus on your career. For sure, stay focused on what it is that you're doing for it. It's not just work, it's your life path, right? We look at it like our work, but when I do astrology, I really look at it like kind of like your life path too. Like, what are you supposed to be doing? What are you doing? It doesn't matter. We're doing very spiritual work here either too, right? Sometimes this work is spiritual and just the healing you're doing with yourself or others. But stay really aligned with whatever it is going on with either your life path and what you're doing or work. Alicia Alvarez. Let's see, indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. We have a lot going on with our thoughts right now. A lot kind of purging and coming to the surface with these energies. So it's really good to be grounding with this energy. If you're kind of too in your head space, if you have too much going on, get outside, right? Maybe take your shoes off, connect with the earth, you know, focus on your breathing. All things really good for bringing us back to the now. So, you know, I know we're all kind of having so many thoughts every day, and not all of them are in alignment with who we want to be as a person or what we want to see in our reality. So it's really important that we're, you know, working on the mind. If people want to reach true mastery, you have to have mastery over every thought that you're having, literally. You have to realize your mind is like the supercomputer controlling your reality. So the true masters really have spent a lot of time working on mastery of their minds. Angelica Benda. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizon. Let your creativity take flight. Time to get creative. What are you good at? What are you good at? What do you like to do? Right? Like, hey, what do you really want to be doing with your life? What do you want to be doing? What do you like to do? You have a lot of space to create something new right now, though. Let's see, Paul Maxed. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. So I know when manifesting, I have to put in the work too. That, you know, part of it is daydreaming and staying positive, but we have to, you know, put some energy forward in what we're doing always. That's why I do these videos as well, right? So for sure, make sure that you're putting out good vibes too, but also, you know, getting to work. We really had to put in the work to kind of recreate our reality in whatever way it is. Beck Smith. This is you with the fairies. All right. Seek out intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. Change is meant to be good. Don't look at it scary, but Aquarius brings a lot of a change with it. We can see a lot of changes unfolding. These can feel scary at first, and I know a lot of people are having issues with it, but change is meant to be good, I swear. If you keep making these small positive shifts in your life, they'll add up somewhere huge, and you might be living an entirely different reality and different life soon. So really stay positive. keep making these, you know, positive, smaller shifts. Nicole Olson with the rainbows. All right, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. What have you been overthinking about lately, right? Time to stay focused, right? Stop overthinking. Message of the day. Everyone's overthinking. We're in dreamland this week, I suppose, and maybe we should be focusing on love, according to the astrology, right? Stop overthinking. Really think about, you know, focus on your heart. Love right now. Good things. Manifesting. Things you want to see. Time to let go of the heavy stuff. Last week wasn't that great for a lot of things. We'll just say just a lot of things kind of coming to the surface. Let's get back on point with our relationships, with our energy this week. All right. Janae Green. All right, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. And I'm doing these fairy cards. You know, I have had very real kind of interdimensional experiences in my life. Part of the reason I do these videos. And one of the most powerful energies I've ever worked with would be elemental energies. And it was something that I always tell this story, something kind of new to me. Get outside. Make sure you guys are asking the fairies to help. They will. A lot of you guys might even be living in fairy realms or fairy dimensions and have no idea. I mean, we have to remember that a lot of this planet is meant to be nature, right? And realms of nature and different worlds and things like that. But it's really a powerful energy to connect with and work with. It definitely will assist you with any manifesting issues you might be having, bringing more fun into your life, maybe bringing you together in divine unions, things like that. Very powerful energies. April Malone. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments about yourselves and others. I always say angels are masters of disguise, so right? Be careful when you're judging random strangers or people coming into your path and things like that, right? We never know when we've been entertaining our own angels, spirit guides, right? Things like that. Really release any type of judgments that you may have when you meet people. Like, I hate when people are always, I get like 1 million friend requests a day, and there's no way that I could like go look at these profiles and tell who anyone was. I wouldn't even try, right? Make sure that we're dropping any judgments about others, just staying in a space of love, literally. Let's see. Angela Pimpinella, The World. A brilliant success, a freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. And for a lot of us, we're wrapping up so much. How do we even get to a place where we ascend? We liberate karmically. We have to kind of release a lot of kind of heavy stuff karmically to get to this space. So this is a really powerful place that our soul has reached to be even ready to make a spiritual ascension. For anyone that's new to my channel, I do a lot of classes too. My link is above, right? I do a lot of classes if you're into this stuff or looking to get kind of further on your path. I also do one-on-one Akashic readings through my site. Cindy Gordon Carpenter. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. If any of you guys are kind of feeling this in your sacral this week, especially the Divine Feminine, we do have a lot of sacral clearing that we're doing this week that I'll probably get into later. And sometimes we think about guilt with the sacral. Sometimes that's just letting go of how we thought our life should have gone. Like sometimes we feel bad, like I wish I wouldn't have been with, I can tell you some stuff with me. I wish I hadn't met that guy. I wish I hadn't done this, right? I wish I hadn't been here and done that maybe. Maybe my life would look a little better. And that's how we process these things, right? I can tell you that, right? This is how we process these. I wish I didn't do that relationship. That wasn't so good for me. But we couldn't have changed anything. This is all divine. Everything's gone as it should have gone. And sometimes we don't realize that when we're kind of in this kind of ego, kind of human experience. We're like, oh God, that went awful. Oh, I didn't do so good at that. But I swear, everything has gone exactly as it should. Our soul's been going through a lot of very deep lessons kind of up until this point. Let go of any of that kind of looking at the past and wishing it had played out differently. Erica Champman. Anxiety. All right, I want to talk about how these energies can be crashing planes. They can be affecting the heart, as in heart attacks and strokes. They can be affecting things like anxiety, mental health issues. We can see that these geomagnetic energy shifts that we're going through in the space storms are very much affecting all of consciousness in many different ways. For sure, these energies are going to bring out any type of anxiety. I think they just bring out any type of kind of issues already going on. So if we already have health issues or something going on with us, it might kind of amplify the things already going on. For sure, anxiety, I used to have a ton of it. I think that's related to fear on deep levels, right? It also can go back to PTSD, traumas, things that we need to kind of release. For sure, time to do some more healing. If anyone else has anxiety, for me, connecting with the earth is powerful for releasing that. I get anxiety trying to do these videos. I haven't been around for like a week. I've been off grid and I had to come do this video, and sometimes I just really don't feel like being, you know, on camera with thousands of people tuning into my energy or my space or me, right? And I'm like, so, you know, anxiety could be normal. Sometimes we feel it when we're kind of getting pushed into kind of big experiences or we don't know what's coming. Relax though. Know that you're safe, you're protected. For me, letting go of fear was a big part of kind of healing that anxiety. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You'll grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. And a lot of us are taking on a lot of other people's emotions. Maybe even things happening with the collective. Time to release these things. Time to be mindful of your energy. Sometimes anxiety is also a warning as well. Instead of, you know, going to pills, we should begin to listen to our body and know that it's our biggest barometer in trying to navigate this experience. So sometimes I would get anxiety off of people and they probably weren't great for me or my energy, and that was probably my body's way of trying to tell me, you know, you're feeling anxiety, maybe you shouldn't be around this person. So sometimes things are not what they seem. Pay attention to what's giving you this anxiety as well, where you're picking it up from. Let's see, Janae Green, unity, we're trying to come back to oneness. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. It's very important that we are coming together in these communities. I'm always trying to do little group things to bring people together because it is very powerful. I do have another event I put up on this page for the second porthole. So I do have a little group things that we're doing. It's very important that we're coming together. That does not mean that we're all meant to be like into the same thing, right? Or that we need to be into the same thing spiritually to come together. It's time to kind of learn how we can come together with separate beliefs, and that it's really about, you know, oneness on every level. So more spiritually minded people, but make sure you're doing what works for you. A lot of the times the things that I'm doing might not work for everyone. It's really about finding, you know, what we need, listening to our own kind of, you know, advice we're being given from the universe. All right. Let's see. Helen Gross. Money not flowing. Oh my God. It will. For sure. Even though it isn't, don't go around saying that anymore. I know. Most number one, money reprogramming. So a lot of people get in like kind of a bad habit of saying they're broke all the time or they don't have any money. Make sure you for sure don't do that. Keep working with your sacral though. The best way to flip that around really fast is to stay in gratitude for what we have and know that any money that we are spending is meant to come back to us. So sometimes we feel broke when we're spending money, not understanding it is meant to circulate back to us. Money is also an energy, so we need to really work on our connection with energy. I see a lot of people having a lot of issues globally, and that doesn't surprise me because we've become very disconnected from our own energy and the abundance that is kind of all around us. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. Sometimes we get put in these situations to push us also, because how else would we find our creative potential if we weren't putting these really awkward situations and us having to manifest our way out of them? So we are getting pushed hard, and you know, a lot of people are feeling like we're literally at rock bottom of something huge, and that is very true. Like I said, we're kind of in this in-between phase right now. For sure, keep working on your sacral though. Ash Samart. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. For sure, love is coming. It literally is where this path is leading us right now. Swear. Especially if you're watching these videos. I should have like a disclaiming label. You might have like some fairy tale love affair. You could meet your flame potentially, you know, watching these videos. Let's see. I love it. I'm reading the comments. Janice Carroll. All right, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter in your cause. And yes, you are meant to be a leader. Not everyone is, right? Leader qualities, and you already are leading because you're going through this ascension first, or you wouldn't be on this video. Like, swear, right? So you are a way shower. You have been doing a lot of deep soul work to get to this place. Lindsay Piccolo. All right, stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking. Sudden events or changes. And I definitely can relate to that card because we're kind of trying to do a lot all at once and kind of hold a lot together. You're really good at multitasking. You have such a earth energy too, and that is powerful for manifesting for sure. Powerful to connect to the earth too. Let's see, Christine Jenkins. All right, information that can help you but may be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or adult. Some people don't like the truth of this because the core of what I teach is that we're responsible for everything that we've ever created. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. It doesn't align with any type of victim programming or any type of disempowerment. So that approach requires us to be responsible for, you know, what we're creating. I hear more and more talk about the cabal. I told someone I don't really believe in that. I think that's another form of victim programming, that we're blaming some global elite or cabal for everything wrong in the world, and not that we all contributed to making this collective, and that maybe it was just from everyone living very unconsciously and not being accountable for their energy. And I feel like the solution is that we can become accountable for our energy and what we're creating, and we can transform the entire collective in that way. Make sure you're being mindful of your own energy and how it is drawing to you every experience you've ever had and will continue to. If we want to have better experiences, we need to work on our energy and have better energy. Simple. So keep working on your energy. We know we can't raise our vibration overnight, so we're always doing this gradually. Let's see, Corrine Davies. Trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. Card of the week, right? Focus on don't focus on what scares you or frightens you. Stay away from your fears this week because there's a lot coming to the surface, but we need to be mindful that we're creating right now with this space. So we don't want to recreate things we don't like. So be mindful of anything surfacing, but a lot of times we're picking up a lot of the collective emotions as well, since we are the feminine. So we're kind of taking in a lot, and we don't have to. We can learn to stay in our space, right? Stay in our lane, stay in our space, as they say. We don't have to be obligated to be taking on all this heavy stuff for the collective, you know? Be mindful of what emotions are yours and coming from others or the collective. A lot of you guys are becoming more and more sensitive to these energies, whether it's the, you know, energies coming in from the sun or the energies of the collective. Marianne Palmer. Plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There's many good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. And, you know, we're getting ready to go into an amazing, I can't wait for summer this year. I can't wait for spring and summer. We're going into some amazing seasons ahead of us. So really good things are manifesting. This is a good space for you. Stay optimistic about the future. Maybe make some long-term goals, long-term plans. Jessica Hill. The delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. And a lot of you guys might feel like things are kind of stagnant right now. I heard a lot of money issues coming up during this feed, right? That maybe things just not flowing, feeling stagnant. That's all about to change, right? It's all about to change this week. So we can see the energy is really going to start to move next level, especially through next week's. We have the 2-2 porthole gateway, and we also are going to have a full moon. So the energy really is starting to move again, like starting today, and starting to really flow. So a lot of that feeling stagnant, feeling like things aren't working, feeling like things aren't moving, that's coming to an end now, and the energy is really going to flow. And I noticed that a lot of our manifestations and things that we need or have wanted are coming back to us when these gateways are opening. Like the energy is moving next level and bringing with it like our entire entire list of manifestations from the past month. Or literally like big things, moving mountains, moving obstacles, clearing stuck energy, clearing old programs, right? Making people feel better, kind of, right? You know, healing old hurts, things like that. So these gateways and energy shifts are very powerful. I believe our next gateway day kind of starts on the 31st, and then we're going to go into this kind of high influx of energy going into that porthole. So we have a lot of really highly charged energy ahead of us. I'm going to go on this note, but if you guys need me, you know that literally you can just set up a one-on-one reading on my site by booking the Akashic reading. I am always manifesting classes. If you guys are trying to get more into this kind of topic, a good place that I started was taking Yusai Reiki, which is something I do teach through my site, but it really opened up all of this for me, right? Opened up huge gateways and things into my life that have been very powerful in transforming it. So if you guys need me, highly encouraging you to check out my site, and I swear I'll be back tomorrow, not just for cards, but I'm gonna do a video in our Mystery School of Atlantis class on ancient Egypt and things like that. So if you guys need some spiritual groups to join, I have a group section on this page. I'll also check out what happened to the top fan badges.